Greetings and good morning to Sapphires Hidayat American. My name is Anita Christina Anak Simon, the leader for this assignment. And today our group will be presenting about a topic given to us, which is Tecsmart Electronics. And before I go into the introductions of our chosen topic, I will first like to introduce my group members. First, we have Nurul Shafika binti Abdurrahman Beji, Elisha Anajatan, and Esther Livan Kevin. These are our list of content presentation. The introduction will be presented by me, question 1 by me and Nurul Shafika, question 2 by Elisha and Esther, and the last content, which is conclusion, will be presented by me. So I would like to start the presentation by explaining the introduction of Tecsmart Electronics. Tecsmart Electronics is a company that creates, produces, and repairs electronic power supplies for a wide range of original equipment manufacturers in the computer, medical, and office product industries. Tecsmart generally focuses on quality, service, and value. Quality journey started in the mid of 1980s and it was based on Denim's 14 points. Tecsmart practices and supports Deming's 14 points for improving organizational practices. There are various practices identified by Tecsmart which support Deming's 14 points in different ways. One of the methods which support Deming's 14 points is the ongoing improvement of organizational practice to impacting knowledge to an employees and manager alike. However, the current CEO of Tecsmart made the decision to adhere to the 7 categories of the Baldrige criteria for organizational performance excellence. The types from which the questions are derived, including leadership, strategic planning, customer focus, measurement, workforce focus, operation focus, and the results. The practice of having all senior leaders and department heads develop the company objective and ensure that all employees to support the goals addresses the question of whether an organization has in place systematic approach for designing process which helps in attaining specific productivity measures and improvement of existing organizational internal processes.
Assalamualaikum and greeting to Sapphires Hidayat American bin Wan American. My name is Nurul Shafika binti Abdurrahman Beji from AM2283A. Today, I will discuss on how these practices support the Baldrige criteria. In leadership, the senior leaders define that the organization's goal and direct cross-functional teams in reviewing and creating individual plans that will be presented to employees. For the senior executive should take part in quarterly staff meetings to discuss business matters and provide more information. Each month, managers provide all employees with detailed financial information. Nearly every employee collaborated as a team to support the objective that each department manager create for a good corporate goal. For the strategic planning, the senior leaders define that the organization's goal and direct cross-functional teams in reviewing and creating individual plans that will be presented to employees. Nearly every employee collaborated as a team to support the objectives that each department manager creates for each corporate goal. The last strategic planning is the senior leader interact with customers, supplier, and benchmarking partners, offer courses at Tecsmart University on change management, customer service, quality, and leadership that are actively involved in trade associations and other professional groups. The third practice addresses is customer focus. In customer focus, there are 5-step problem-solving methods centered on describing problems, gathering data, evaluating the cause of the problem, finding a solution, and putting change into action is taught to all employees. Other than that, each employee receives training on customer relations. Employees in customer service contribute to the creation of service standards which are regularly evaluated. The last part for customer focus is the Vice President of Sales handle all complaints which are resolved within 2 days. The Vice President is in charge of making sure that any processes that are resulted in complaint is improved.
The fourth Beldridge criteria is measurement, analysis, and knowledge management is about on how the organization selects, gather, analyze, manage, and improve its data, information, and knowledge accessed. The first point that mentioned by the Tecsmart Electronic is the company collects operational data in every department and evaluates its information requirements in monthly senior staff meetings and cross-functional task team meetings. The second point is inputs to the strategic planning process include customer feedback, market research, and benchmarking information from customers, suppliers, competitors, and industry leaders. Team analyses are evaluated at an off-site planning meeting by all managers, resulting in a long-range strategic planning documents which are discussed with the rest of the workforce as well as major suppliers for feasibility. Once agreed upon, department teams develop detailed action plans with measurable goals. The CEO then reviews progress every month. The third point here is cross-functional teams guide product development, which includes 4 interim reviews by executive management. Meetings are held with customers to identify needs and requirements and to review progress at the end of each phase of the development process. So this is to improve their process and also to help the organizations to up-to-date their information and the data. Hence, this is all about the data be analyzed and the input and output for the organizations.
The fifth process is human resource management. In the human resource management, the employees make the majority of day-to-day decisions in Tecsmart self-managed work groups with managers focusing on coaching and process improvement. Secondly, the salesperson are allowed to travel whenever they feel it is necessary for customer service, and hourly workers are permitted to make processes change with the consent of just one other person. Lastly is the internal quality service related training lasts for 72 hours on average for employees and managers, salespeople, engineers, and also office staff are all required to complete it.
The sixth Beldridge criteria is process management, where it's about and identify and manage its key processes for creating customer values and achieving business success and growth. The point that we mentioned here is Tecsmart set Six Sigma goals for most of its processes and converted process measurements to parts per million on all product lines. The second point here is new products introduction teams work with design engineers and customers to ensure that design requirements are met during manufacturing and testing. All processes are formally documented using statistical process control to monitor variation and provide a basis for corrective action. Statistical methods are used to optimize processes. So here, as we can see, the process management is detailing about the process in their organization. Last but not least is business result on the organization's performance and improvement in key business areas. So the first point is employees are surveyed each to gauge how effectively the company implemented Deming's 14 points, rating each on a scale from 1 to 10. The next point is quality is accessed through internal audits, employee opinion surveys, and customer feedback. All of this point is mentioned about the business result. It's about the result that we receive by the customer and the feedbacks and overall to conclude that the business is well doing into their businesses. So the organization is tested about the business process and about the feedback that we receive by the organization. It is all important to conclude that organization is having stable positions for them to stay and to continue the organizations for the business matters.
Hello, my name is Alicia Najatan. I'm from AM2283A. So today I'm going to present about the obvious opportunities for improvement relative to the Beldridge criteria and some action that I would like to recommend to Tecsmart Electronic in order for them to improve its pursuit of performance excellence by using the Baldrige criteria. So one of the obvious opportunity for improvement based on the Baldrige criteria is in terms of their workforce focus. So here, Tecsmart Electronic can be seen to only focusing in educate their employee on how to build a good relationship with the customer, but they have not mentioned their plan in improving the relationship among the employee in their organization. So it is more important for Tecsmart Electronic to train the employee on maintaining a great relationship among the employees by attending relevant training or seminar, because those activities are very critical to the success of any organization. As a result, both upper management and the employee will manage to maintain a productive relationship among themselves. For example, by attending a training, the employee will become more disciplined while working. For such respect each other while communicating, which is can help to create an effective communication among themselves. Thus, here, Tecsmart Electronic should find another initiative that can attract the interest of their employee so that they can easily achieve the Baldrige criteria for performance excellence in a short period of time. So the second obvious opportunities that can be improved by Tecsmart Electronic for improvement based in the Baldrige criteria is in terms of managing the operation. As mentioned by the Tecsmart Electronic, their company are practicing a self-managed teams where each of the employees will play their own role while conducting their responsibility. For such, they make the majority of day-to-day choices, while the supervisor will concentrate on mentoring and process the improvement. Meanwhile, the salesperson are permitted to travel whenever they think it is necessary for customer service, and the hourly employees are permitted to make any process changes with the consent of one other person in the organization. Eventually, these self-managed teams are not the best option for the organization, especially when they need to make a quick decision, as it takes a lot of trust from the management to ensure that the company's principles are followed by the employees. It may have advantages and disadvantages when using these self-managed teams. For example, the advantages is the decision that have been made by the employee. Employees are related to their roles in the organization, as they are taken by the people who know the situation and the challenges better than anyone else. And the disadvantages is the decision that made out of fear may prevent creative problem solving and gradual risk taking. Therefore, in this case, Tecsmart Electronic need to clarify their mission and vision of their organization clearly so that they can create a great strategy and achieve their goals easily, because by creating a vision and mission for the organization with a well-constructed, communicated and integrated vision and mission statement can help to align and focus an organization. So Tecsmart Electronic should also clarify how will they reward their employees when they're doing their job well, so this can increase their employees' motivation to give a great performance and deliver a good service toward the customer. However, here Tecsmart Electronic needs to warn their employee by implement a rules and regulation for their organization so that this can ensure their employees will be abides the code of conducts that are established by the company and can prevent the employee from slacking while doing their works. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Esther Livan Kevin from AM510 Today, I'll be presenting about my part, which is customer and result. Tecsmart should focus more on building the relationship between the customer because building a good and long relationship is very important for the company. Hence, having a loyal customer would increase the finances of the company. Therefore, the company needs to be aware on what is the customer's goal. Having efficient communication with the customer will definitely help in building a long-lasting relationship with them. Efficient communication will lead to a better relationship. This is because words can spread to others about the company. Next is the result. Good result is very important as this could lead a better improvement for the company. The company should make more research on how to improve based on their product. Hence, the company should focus more on doing research to improve their product before their competitors start stealing their customers. Finding a good supplier and comparing it with other competitors, having a good suppliers would lead to a better product. Having a good materials supplied by the supplier would interest the customer as they will definitely buy their product. That is all for me. Thank you.
In conclusion, Baldrige criteria is a guideline that are used by most of the company, including Tecsmart, to achieve the organization goals. The successfulness of an organization is determined by how effective they could be used, the Baldrige criteria. So hence here to conclude is many obvious opportunities and actions can be taken by the organizations to improve its performance efficiency. That's all for my group. Thank you.